Welcome back everyone to Pinely Plays the Rune-keeper, and it's time for us to take care of the last few masters here. Now this one's going to be a double header. Let's drop that stone there so that we could distract him. Actually, he's already distracted by the healing stone. That's the other good use of the healing stone is, of course, as a nice little tanking device. In fact, that's probably more than anything else the reason why I went through all that effort to get that stone, despite the fact that I'm sure my lightning is a little bit underpowered as a result of it. And this is going to bring us up to 9. Alright, and now we have... Now this one always turns into a double header. Alright. But we had no trouble last time with it, so let us try it again. Of course, it doesn't help if the person that is distracting it isn't in his range. Yes. Okay, now he sees it. Now I can take care of him and just take care of a couple of spirits and we will be done. Right, and let's get rid of this thing. And let's take care of a few of these. Oh, now I get him there. Alright, here we go. Good. One more spirit. And we will be done. Oh, okay. Ah, good. He's coming at me now. Thank you for separating yourself from the others so they wouldn't notice when I attacked you. And this should help in the defense of Thangúlhad. And I will be back when I return there. Alright, we're back.
There is little time to be wasted.
You have done well to bring me these tomes, and to defeat the fell spirits you found in Sod Doldur before they could be used against us. I will see the tomes destroyed. There is little time to be wasted, Pinestone. Scouts have reported armies of Gothburs may be on the march.
Thangúlhad must be defended, or the sorrows we have endured will be for naught.
The scout Lauren reports that the orcs of northern Gothburs have begun to move, and a great troop of the creatures march towards our encampment. Thangúlhad must be defended, or the sorrows we have endured reaching this point will have been for naught. This cannot be, and will not. Elulin prepares the defenses. Speak with him and be ready yourself to battle. Thangúlhad must not fall. So therefore, we need to speak to Elulin, or however you pronounce that, to help defend Thangúlhad.
Together we will protect Thangúlhad from the forces of the enemy.
Alright, then let's go and defend it. On to Thangúlhad.
What was once an important fortification of the enemy is now held by a small band of elves. The enemy seeks to reclaim their fortress, marching upon it in force. Fortunately, Some of the ballistae and catapults there still function.
It is good you are here. The others stationed here are all out on patrol, and I fear the enemy is stirring, so they will come to us from the south. You have a couple of the ballistae repaired and functional. We have marked the ground where the ballistae will hit when fired. Make sure your timing is on. The fort is an important line of position for our battle against Thangúlhad. Good luck. We're gonna need it. To the walls! Let the ballista string sing! And we need to be ready to fire the central ballista. And there's going to be a lieutenant. Oh, fun! We start out with a Daywalker Berserker. Always fun to start out with one of those things. And yeah, black badges already. That's why I didn't worry about the black badges when I was out looking for those sorcerers. Because usually by the time the first assault is over, I have all the... Oh, that must be the last one. Well, let's see. Where is that Daywalker Berserker? The Daywalker Berserker does some rather strange things. Ah, there you go. He walks all the way around because he can't fit through there, through that gate, when he has a shield up. He has no trouble doing it when there is no shield up, but when the shield goes up, he gets lost and he goes around to the other side. I think that's the first I've ever seen him make it, though. I don't think I've ever actually seen him make it to the other entrance before. Alright. Alright, in this particular skirmish, the key item are, of course, the ballistae, trying to use them to your advantage during the battle. And that way you take down as many of the enemy as possible before the actual waves comes through. Oh, all the way to the west. It's done in 5 assaults, 1 wave in each of the 3 directions during the 5 assaults. Now when you're in a larger group, you often have one person assigned to take care... Oh, Blood Rook. Blood Rooks have been my bane in this particular skirmish. Because we've got all these enemies all at once. So I want to kill as many things dead as possible so that the Blood Rook doesn't kill the... Now fortunately, I did my ballista against the Blood Rook, so... But I have cases where I've messed things up a little bit. And didn't get to the area in time. And the Blood Rook just tore apart the elf. Alright, so I think I've lost this skirmish more times due to Blood Rooks than to any other mob. Alright, I have 4 of the badges so far. Usually I have it done by the time the first assault is over, but it looks like I'll need a second assault to take care of these. But there's absolutely no trouble finishing it by the end of the skirmish. And in fact, what I used to do back when I was actually taking Mirkwood, Rep, and Reward seriously is I would do the skirmish every day, getting as many of the tokens as possible. Sheesh. You don't know when to be shocked, do you? There's my last badge. So what I'll do is I will take the black badges, quest, do that one, run the skirmish, so I would get the rep from the black badges one, and I would get the gold badge, which the or the gold or whatever is the reward for that, but it was a reward symbol that you really only got from completing a small number of quests. I think it was their stars or something like this. And the Badges of Dishonor was one of them. The other ones were quests within the Ashen Slates. And that was when I was talking earlier about the Ashen Slates, how it seems to be a little bit out of the way, but the reason people went there was when people were taking seriously getting the reputation rewards, because they wanted those stars, and they would go to the Ashen Slates in order to get them, because I think there were 2 or 3 of them that were available there. And there was the end of the quest line where you were taking apart those ballistae. Oh, let's see. A warg is moving down the road. Okay, now this is the toughest of the encounters to complete, because I have to go way out here. It's a lot easier if you're in a group. Because if you're in a group, you still have someone manning him, because I'm going to have to go this round without firing the ballista. Because there is no way I'm going to get back here to fire the ballista in time. And of course, to boot, I've got this extra mob here that I need to fight. And I have a feeling that poor Flax is probably going to be mowed over by the rest of the mobs. Yeah, okay, oh, okay, yeah. Hey Flax, I'll help you, Alright, that'll help Flax. Actually, maybe a Healstone will also help Flax. Alright. Now, I have to get back in now, but I'm definitely going to miss another round of ballista fire. Get my soldier here. I guess I shouldn't even bother trying. And just get up here immediately. Get through this as quickly as possible, and then I'll be back on my regular schedule. But yes, that is the toughest of all the encounters, simply due to the timing. In a large group, I think it's a rather trivial one. It's tough solo then, because you have to go all the way out, you're going to miss a few ballista shots, and then you have to come back in. And you can always send someone out if you're fighting within a group, or if you're in a group where everybody else is fighting outside, which is especially done in raids. Then you just send someone out to the road, grab the warg, and bring him back into the circle with the rest of them. And there you go. Yeah, that's what you do in raids, is you fight in the circles. And you just have one person on the ballista, and you get a few shots on if things are done properly. Since the tank will try to fight them within the circle, and the ballistae are reloaded. Alright, now you notice that I ignored the other encounter. And that's because that encounter you don't worry about until the end, when the quest ring goes above. Then I go back, grab that one, then come out for the boss fight. Alright, there we go. East. That was our third assault. There are 5 assaults in all before we go to the boss fight. Alright, and we'll make sure we get the lieutenant in this fire also. Good. I think the first one was a bit too fast, so let's see if we can take him out, because one of the things it does is it slows them down. And if they're slowed down, then I got a little bit extra time to anyone that was ahead of the group. Oh, great. So apparently that was my 5th Forspawn Reaver on this character. Good. Now to the central one. The order of the 3 is at random. So each time, the first one could be either of the 3, the second either of the 2 remaining ones, and the last one is what is left. So it'll always be 1 from each direction, but the order will change from assault to assault. So that'd be 15 waves in all. Every single one can have a lieutenant. I've had runs where I know I've had at least 10 lieutenants in a single run, maybe as many as 12. I don't think I've ever had 15 in a single run, though. Sometimes it's felt like there were 15. Has there ever been 15? Well, I suppose I'd go through my old recordings and see if I don't think... But I suspect if I've ever had 15, it was... I think that's the Shepherd of Filth, unfortunately, which is going to be real nasty. And see if I can get him down. Got him! Ooh. Actually, it might have been better if I had tried the... Oh, actually, no, that was on cooldown anyway, so... Probably best that I didn't try that one. Alright, 4th assault. So I did knock him down with probably the only thing that would have worked at that point. Since I'm sure the timing... Where's Flax? Oh, what's she doing down there? Well, I guess it doesn't matter if she's down there, as long as she's where the action is when it's time to actually fight the opponents. And now, instead of Pale Trap, it's hard to tell the difference between a Pale Trapper, Venomous Blood Arrow, and a Shepherd of Filth when I am going in there. Hey, didn't have a chance to do anything. Ha 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 ha. Well, this seems to be a rather large lieutenant run. There's about a 50% chance of getting a lieutenant in every single one. So what are the odds of getting 15 lieutenants? If there's a half a chance of them, it's... Ooh, boy, that would be 2 to the 15th. That would be 1 in 32,000 then. So 1 chance in 32,768, which is quite nasty. Rather poor odds of it happening, but I have done a number of skirmishes, so it's certainly not something that's in... Okay, I don't think I've done 32,768 skirmishes. Or at least not 32,768 runs of Thangúlhad, definitely not. Alright. Okay, dookie. Now, what are we getting this time? So we're getting near the final Here's the boss fight time. And that's right there. Now let's take care of this encounter, which is... I didn't read the quest text carefully, but okay. But the two possibilities are either the one that was there or the one that's here. So it looks like it's Lapis. One that's destroying the siege engines, which is why it's right next to one of these engines right there. Let's get on hamstrung. Now there is occasional problems with the announcing of one of the encounters. It's the one with the Drake, which is also in the back and can be saved, but at the other end, near where Rodellith is inside the camp, as opposed to where she is during the skirmish. So where I got the black badges quest from, and they sometimes forget to announce that one. So therefore, if you have only one encounter, and of course it's possible that you missed a billboard. If you look through your log and you see no billboard there, it probably means that's the Drake. So go back and to there. And sometimes I've seen it not announced, but I see the Drake fly over me, so takes care of there. Prepare yourselves, the battle is not yet over. The leader is approaching. We must be very careful with this Olaghai. The ballistine will not be enough for him. I will go and arm the catapults. You meet him out on the road. When the catapult is about to fire, look for the signal. Bring him there and let their own siege weapons do the devastation. Good fortune and try not to get hit. Right, thank you very much. Now this one can be a little tough on someone who's a bit squishy, like a Rune-keeper. I remember back when it was first out, there were a number of... I knew one Rune-keeper who could not finish the skirmish until got a little help from there. Okay, there's the... Okay, let's get this guy here. And what I'm going to do is I'll try to bring him to the catapult station, which is right here. I don't know if I could do it fast enough on the first one. Nah. They changed the timing since the original. What it does is he has a way of... Well, that was easy. Alright, let's... Alright, we have defeated him. Maybe it's a little bit easier now than it used to be. But yes, it was... Maybe the Rune-keeper's a little bit more powerful, and a little kiting there got through him on there, but... If you get hit, especially when he starts to bring up his momentum in there, it can be rather nasty. So I guess I just have to keep from getting hit. You have aided me greatly. They picked the excellent time to strike. While our patrols were out, were not for you, our forward position would have been lost. So, that is it. Protectors of Thangúlhad. So next time we go out into the offensive, as we try to breach the Necromancer's Gate.